Library Out Loud updates you all about the fun and interesting things going on in the Spokane County Library District. Sponsored by STCU and the Spokane County Library District.
Hello and welcome to Library Out Loud. I'm Jane Baker with another social distancing episode of Library Out Loud with the Spokane County Library District. Joining me today is librarian Corinne Wilson. Hello, Corinne.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Doing well.
Great. Thanks for joining me. Why you're joining me today, you could join me anytime, that'd be great. But today's especially, we're talking about a shift to a lot of online programs during the whole COVID crisis. It's nothing new. Everybody's kind of shifting it to online, and the library is as well. Our buildings may be closed, but we're still here for you. Yeah, and you are one of the librarians working on some of those online programs. So that's what we're here to talk about today. One specific one is trivia. What fun.
Yes, it's coming up on April 25th. Okay. And the thing about trivia in person is people really tend to need to be on the right side of town and have that day free. And some people really like it to be in a pub so they can order food and drink. Some people really don't like it to be in a pub because they're under one or they're abstaining from alcohol, or there's all these different factors that go in. So this is the perfect time to try trivia. Anybody can log in from anywhere. We have all kinds of different fun options. And it really is the perfect time to do something to distract yourself from the fact that you've been in your house for way too long.
Way too long. Plus, trivia is good for the brain.
Yeah, absolutely. It keeps you sharp.
It does. Okay, so we're going to do some online trivia, and let's go through the mechanics and how it will all work, because you said anyone can log in from anywhere. Say the date again that we're going to kick this off.
So April 25th at 2 p.m. And you can register on our website, scld.org. Mm-hmm. And then when you've signed up for this program, I will send out an email that says, hey, here is the information for logging into Zoom. And we'd really appreciate it if you're going to play on a smartphone, if you download the Kahoot app. Kahoot is a tool that teachers use a lot. That's also really good for trivia because everyone from wherever they are can enter their answer and I can see it.
Great. Kahoot, Kahott, right?
O-O-T.
Got it.
Yeah, so
Kahott.
K-A and then hoot like that, H-O-O-T.
Okay. All right, so you get it from the App Store?
Yep, and it should be free.
Okay.
And then if you are planning on not using your phone and just using a desktop computer, we'll have you log into Zoom, and then we'll send you a link to Kahoot, and you can sign in as a guest with a name. And we really invite people to, of course, you can always type in your own name, but it is fun to make up a fun trivia team name or a silly name that has something to do with the theme, and put that in instead.
Well, speaking of themes, let's talk about what the theme for this first one is on April 25th.
Yes, so we'll be, our trivia will be around the theme of the TV show Golden Girls on back in the 80s. It's such a fun, feel-good TV show. So we thought that'd be a good one to do. And I believe it's streaming several places, so you can even rewatch some reruns to prepare yourself.
Okay, so Golden Girls trivia. And that is on April 25th, 2 p.m. So people need to go to scld.org and register, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then should people have teams, or should they log in as individuals, or how should somebody do
They can
this?
do it either way. So if you are the only person in your house who wants to play, or you're just the only person in your house, you can log in just as an individual. Or if you think, hey, we want to log in as the whole family and play, they can do that too.
Great, great. So then they get an email from you, and it's whether or not they want to download Kahoot is up to them, but they're able to play either way,
Depending on what
correct?
device they're using, yes. So I'll have
Okay.
instructions for if you're going to play on a laptop or an iPad or your phone. Here's what you kind of want to do for best results. And then once we invite people into the Zoom room, we'll give those instructions again, just in case they missed them the first time. And then hopefully we will have no technical difficulties. We did try it with a couple of librarians and it worked great. So we're
Great.
hopeful.
Okay. So how many people can participate?
Quite a few. I think Kahoot can accommodate up to an entire school's worth of students.
Nice.
So if we got enough to crash it, I think we would be very, very lucky. But I don't
Okay.
anticipate quite that many people.
All right. So, and if this works successfully, we're going to do it again with other trivia. We're planning on doing trivia type things all summer.
Absolutely. So we don't have any distinct plans in place to do another round of trivia, but if we do get good attendance for this one, we want to know
Mhm.
what other trivia people would like to see. So we do have a Kahoot available that people can log into and give their feedback. Both before and after we play trivia on the 25th. So you can access this now, or you can wait until I give it to you in the trivia room. But there are 4 choices for each question, and you can choose which one you would most prefer. Would you like Harry Potter trivia? Would you like Game of Thrones trivia? Would you like Disney trivia? What sorts of things are really of interest? And then the ones that get the most votes will strongly consider to be another round of trivia.
Oh, that sounds fun. So we can get on, play from home as an individual or a team at no charge. If you want food and drink,
Absolutely.
you can get that all set up ahead of time in your home. And
Yes.
yeah, so you can set up your own pub atmosphere and be able to play Golden Girls Trivia. Again, that's on April 25th, 2 p.m. And to register, go to scld.org, correct?
Correct. And then just click events.
Go to events, and there's an event calendar there. Just go to April 25th and click on that, and the details on how to register would be there. Sounds like so much fun. And then, and then, how do you get to the survey again that we just showed? Is there
So
a link there?
there's a link. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you can go on and vote for future trivia subjects you would like.
Yes.
Wow, what a great idea. I hope this goes over well, and I hope it's a lot of fun. What a fun thing to do through the summer. After the Golden Girls, what would you like to see as a topic?
Oh, that's a good question. I think um I think Parks and Rec would be a really fun one to do that we
Mm-hmm.
haven't done.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Disney is always a good one too because you can do live action, you can do animated, and you can do even questions about Disneyland or Disney World. So there's a lot to
Oh,
do
wow.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those would be good, some great ones. And of course, you already mentioned Game of Thrones, which would be popular with that group. And
absolutely.
yeah,
Uh,
well, what a lot of
the
fun that is.
There's so many popular shows and books and fandoms out there. Doctor Who, Star Wars, Star Trek, all of those sorts of things. There's so many things that I think people would really have fun with.
Yeah, it sounds like a great program. Corinne, that's exciting. What anything else that you want to give us a little preview on what you're working on for summer? Or do you have secrets
Ooh,
you don't want to share with us yet?
well, both, I think. But I
Okay.
can tell you that we had a lot of really fun things lined up for summer, and some
Mhm.
of those we can still do via Zoom lecture. And I
Mhm.
think that will particularly work well with things like we had our program on how to do instant pot cooking, and it
Mhm.
was overwhelmingly popular. Too many people to fit in the room. We had to send people away because it was so crowded. So doing things like that via Zoom will make it so that everyone can see, participate, ask questions, all of those things. But you don't have to be next to anyone.
Yes, yes. Plus, you could be at home and have your instant pot right there and maybe try and follow along if you could.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, kind of like cooking with Julia Child in a way, only instant pot and social
Cooking with
distancing
Julia Child
thing.
for the 21st century. Yeah.
That sounds great. Okay, so once again, before I let you go, Corinne, let's remind everybody about Golden Girls Trivia happening on April 25th, 2 p.m. How long do you think it'll go? Maybe an hour or so?
I think about an hour.
Okay. Sounds like a good thing to do on an afternoon. So go to scld.org and go to the events section, click on the date of April 25th, and all the instructions will be there on how to register for the program. And then you can play online or on Kahoot as an individual or a family. And it just sounds like a lot of fun. What a great thing to do in the community when we're all kind of stuck at home.
Absolutely.
All right, Corinne, thank you. Thank you for working on these programs, and I know you're busy working on a lot of programs for this summer. We're gonna do a lot of online stuff this summer as well. So look for more trivia. Oh, and go on and vote for what trivia you'd like to see. And again, thank you for working on all that. Thank you for coming on the program today. And I'm going to let you go. We have another librarian coming in. Dana Menino will be on, and we're going to be talking about another virtual program having to do with tweens and dating. So that's coming up in just a moment. So we'll be right back on Library Out Loud. We'll see you in a few.
What? You haven't been to the library lately? Stop in today and see that the library is more than books. Spokane County Library District facilities feature on-site technology, including Wi-Fi, computers, and printers, as well as free use of meeting rooms. The Library District offers events and programs for all ages, from story times to career development and employer classes to Social Security workshops. Our staff is well trained and happy to help. Find out more about your library at scld.org.
I'm Jade Becker, and I'm a senior at Chewilla High School. I'm at STCU's Money Live event. In this scenario that we played today, I was a realtor. My spouse was a city worker. We had an 11-month-old child, and there was a lot of spending for that child, like diapers and formula, and had to buy toys and clothing. I'm very glad that I had this experience. It was super helpful. You need this to get far and ahead in life. I'm Jade Becker, and STCU is here for good.
Welcome back to Library Out Loud. I'm Jane Baker with the Spokane County Library District, and we're continuing our social distancing editions of the program. Thanks for joining us, and also thank you to our next guest, which is Dana Menino. Hi, Dana.
Good morning.
Dana is another librarian with the district, and she too is working on some great programs, not only for now, but through the summer. And Dana, you do fabulous work working with all of our customers. But today, we've invited you here to talk about a specific program that is coming up, and it's all about helping your tween learn healthy dating habits.
Yes, we are partnering with the YWCA's Domestic Violence Prevention Team, and they are bringing in some really great content for us. These were workshops that we were, we could still do things in person, and I was able to attend one, and it's really wonderful information. We're targeting the parents of tweens so that they can start having conversations with their tweens about their friend relationships now that will open up lines of communication for them when they get into those more serious, more difficult to talk about relationships later on. And the YWCA has provided some wonderful content, wonderful kind of low-hanging fruit, easy questions that you can start asking your teen to get that conversation going.
Hey, that's great. So let's talk a little bit about this program some more. It started out, we did it actually in person a couple times before everybody was under the stay-at-home order. So we actually had some in-person sessions with this, and now that the remaining sessions are going to be moving to online. So it's great that this program can continue and reach maybe even some more people. But you know, there's some of us who aren't always sure some of the lingo that we use, and the word tween. Let's start with that. What age group is a tween?
Middle school age.
Middle
Although
school.
yes, middle school age, the content is intended for students who are about 12 to 13, caregivers of students who are about 12 to 13. However,
12.
There's nothing that says you can't come in if your child is a little bit younger and you want to start thinking ahead, or if your child is a little bit older and you want to do some catch-up work.
There you go. Great. So focusing on that age group, and then you say we're working with the YWCA domestic violence advocates, correct?
Yes, the prevention team and education. The idea is that if tweens are taught about what a healthy friendship looks like early on, then as their friendships start to take a romantic turn, they already have a little bit of a frame of reference for what is healthy behavior as far as how controlling your friend is, how comfortable you are expressing your boundaries to your friend. And that if they have those habits that they have practiced in their friendship as a young person, when they head into the more serious relationships, it will be easier for them to avoid relationships that could potentially turn into domestic violence situations. We originally started this in honor of Tween Domestic Violence Prevention Month, or Tween Dating Violence Prevention Month, perhaps, which raises awareness about the fact that many teenagers experience violence in their romantic partnerships.
That's an astonishing thing to hear about teenagers experiencing that in relationships at such a young age. This seems to be a new conversation. You know, I know when I was growing up, and granted I'm a lot older than you are, but when I was growing up, the big conversation was when parents were going to talk about the birds and the bees. That's not this, right?
No, this is beyond the birds and the bees. We do, of course, hope that you have open communication with your teenagers and children about all aspects of relationships. But I think in the emphasis on keeping our teens healthy in that respect, sometimes we lose focus on the everyday small things that make a relationship work. I do a lot of work with teenagers, both at the library and outside of the library. And we often have this discussion about small decisions that you make with your friends about what to do on the weekend. And we talk about advocating for what you really want to do. If it's difficult for you to tell a friend that you don't really want to go to the movie at 7, you'd rather go at 8, it's going to be difficult for you to set boundaries in your romantic relationships. So having parents have an eye on that and have conversations about skills early on will really help teens as they get into their dating relationships. And this is helpful information even if you never end up with a person who is likely to hurt you. It just makes relationships smoother and more fulfilling.
Wow, that's a great conversation to be having with tweens at that age, very impressionable at that time, and you know, moving into the hormone stage and all those things. That's good information. So it's not taking away the birds and bees. Parents still get to have that with their with their kids.
Yes.
You're right. Yes. But it does help in healthy relationships. That's interesting. The example you used. Your friend wants to go to the movie at a certain time and you want to go at a different time. And it's interesting to think that something even that simple on handling a situation like that can help you with skills to handle bigger and larger decisions as you get older. Am I correct in this is the way that this program is intended?
Yeah, just the idea about being really clear about what you actually want in a friendship and feeling the confidence that your needs are valid and you can share those, and recognizing that a healthy relationship is one where the other person is going to honor those requests, take them seriously, share what they also want, and have an open conversation about things. If you're really practiced in doing that, then hopefully red flags will go up if a dating partner is not comfortable having those. It's also about things like control and balance in a relationship, about how much time the other person did you spend with them, or how comfortable they are when you say, well, I've got to go now, I've got some homework to do. So seeking out relationships where you're free to be yourself and not feel controlled.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So, lost the earpiece there. That happens. That's the whole doing things remotely has brought some interesting situations.
It has. Everything is pulling up.
Okay, so remind us the date that this is happening. How do you get included, and how do you participate? All those things.
This will be a secure Zoom meeting, so registration is required to prevent any trolls from coming in. You need to go to the library's website and click on events. Then you will need to go to the calendar page for May. You will find the event on May 19th. You can register there, and then we will provide you with information on how to join the Zoom call on May 16th at 6 p.m.
Okay, so the program is May 19th or May 16th. I missed the date.
Yeah, 19th, yes.
19th. Okay. So scld.org, go to events, then there's a calendar there. Navigate to May 19th, click on the event, and that will give you all the information on how to register for this workshop. And there's going to be people from the YWCA, domestic violence prevention there. And I'm assuming Dana will also be there, maybe moderating a little bit, but it'll be a workshop on helping your tween learn healthy dating habits. Dana, that is great work that you are doing to bring this presentation to parents and to caregivers and to kids of that tween age. Thank you for your work on doing that. And before I let you go for the day, do you have can you give us some ideas of some other programs that you may be working on for the summer?
Actually, coming up much closer than that, we have a discussion on a documentary. So we tried out a book discussion, and in a couple of weeks here, a week from Friday, we will be doing a virtual discussion of a documentary called The Food That Built America. So if that sounds interesting to you, check out the events page for Friday, April 24th. Sign up there, and you can get set up and talk to another adult about something that is not the pandemic.
That's right. I want to say on The Food That Built America, that is available streaming from our Hoopla app at the library. So again, scld.org, and you go to digital library. There's a program called Hoopla. If you're not familiar with it, it does streaming music, movies, and TV. And go to the documentary. There's 3 of them, but you only need to watch one. Is that correct? Okay.
Watch one episode to be part of the discussion.
Okay, and it's actually fascinating talking about Kraft and Heinz and the food that we know, we all as Americans know, Post and Kellogg's and stuff like that. So that'll be an interesting virtual conversation, and very timely as food is an issue right now in the country. Or at least getting it moved around in the country may be an issue. So that is also coming up. And the date on that again was?
That is April 24th. It's a Friday, 10 a.m. Register online.
Perfect. Well, that sounds great. Some great information, great way to participate through our website and these video chat type of programs. But good stuff to get your mind off of what we're hearing on the news so much, and to think about a few other things, and to help build some community here in the area. Dana, again, thank you for your work. I know you do fabulous work. at the library. You're always reaching out and doing some good stuff. So keep it up, and we'll look forward to having you on the program again sometime.
Thank you, Jane.
All right. And that's our program for today. Another social distancing edition of Library Out Loud. And until next time, I hope you are safe and healthy, and we'll see you then on Library Out Loud.
Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by the Spokane County Library District and STCU.